And that is the fish market, like. What's the quest say? Oh, what was that? Did something jump up quickly there? Or was it just me clicking this? You must meet her near the old fish market at 2200 and get your service. Just walk past the fishing village until you see the boardwalk. Well, this is the boardwalk, isn't it? Or is this the boardwalk? Have I not gone far enough? Wait, did you say walk past the fishing village? Oh, hang on, hang on. No, there is another boardwalk, I know. That I know of. It's, maybe it considers this or this. I don't know. Well, anyway, I don't think it's going to be too critical on time. I think just like after... Can I get up there? Can I get up there? Just any time after 10:30 should be... Or 10 o'clock should be fine. Let's go all the way around this. There's a boardwalk up there. Well, it's what I consider to be a boardwalk. Whether the game considers it to be a boardwalk is another matter entirely. That chap's going to be empty, right? Yeah. I don't think those locusts are really going to do anything. Is this a boardwalk? It looks like a deserted place. I guess not. Okay. Figure this would be a simple case of just turning up to the fishing village. But I'm obviously in the wrong place, so... There's nothing over here, right? I think it might be up there. Around this area. Maybe it's that pier where the body was. Maybe we go back and check that out. I think we're going in the right direction now anyway. The faded remains of a poster with the date 46. A name is faintly legible. Yeah, and whatever Van Eyck. We can see all these posters now. I'm not sure what significance there is in that. I don't know whether I should have a torch on this time of night. Oh, here we go. Do I want to see this? It's someone pretending to be the police, look. They've even got their own wind-up siren and everything. And
Put your hands where I can see them.
God. The aging woman under a mountain of police paraphernalia mumbles to herself, then notices you and reaches for the megaphone.
Show me your hands. This is the pigs. Show me your hands. Right now! Show me your hands right now!
We've got a nutter. We've got a nutter. Scavenged battery-powered police lights protrude from her back. The flickering light show reveals a gun in her shaking hand. Her hand is trembling from some sort of neurodegenerative disease.
Madame, please drop the firearm immediately.
God, this just stepped up a level. You shouldn't be here. Something's very wrong with her. She's completely out of control. Easy, madam. Take it easy.
Failure to comply. Suspect is displaying aggression. Officer under duress! Officer under duress!
I think someone's watched too many police shows on daytime telly. Her eyes bulge with terror. Veins protrude on her forehead.
I am the police! Don't move! Don't move! Hands on your head! Suspect is armed and dangerous!
I'm not moving.
Suspect is on the loose! Suspect at large! Officer administers street justice at her own peril!
I've got my armour on. I hope it can stop a bullet from that.
That one extra lick with a baton or extra knee strike above what was actually required. Suspect is under control. Suspect is under control.
That's right. I'm under control. Everything's okay. Just stop it with that bloody siren.
Be careful, detective. Don't do anything that might set her off.
I think she's pretty much set off already, Kim. It's too late for that. Hand-eye coordination. This is dangerous. You're 70% certain you always leave your gun loaded. Time to get my gun. Dive for the gun. Okay. Please identify yourself, madam. It's a goddamn police shitbag, she yells into the megaphone. Hug the pavement. You're under arrest. As she waves her hands, you notice familiar-looking ampules and packets sticking out the mountain of police gear on her back. Medicine? Or drugs? That didn't help. We can solve this peacefully. Please lower the weapon. Officer in need of assistance. Her eyes dart between you and Kim. Suspect at large. Get on the ground. Madam, please. The lieutenant is trying to maintain eye contact. We want to help you, but you need to lower that weapon. Blow her away, Lieutenant. Let's just talk, all right? Disturbance reported. Authorized deadly force. Sector, take the shot. Her head snapped at you. Big red key, big red key. Oh my God. Big red key? That's code for the battering ram. Cop talk. You know this. It's only 58%. I could confuse her. You're not the police. We are the police. Back up? Yes. She lowers the megaphone halfway, but immediately raises it again and screams, back up, status unconfirmed. I'm with the rat squad. Let's go with the truth here. Lieutenant W. Freighter Harrier Dubois, 41st Precinct. This is my partner, Lieutenant Kitsuragi from the 57th. No, the crazed woman mumbles, shaking her head. No. I thought Mr. Morant. Gareth. Suddenly, he raised the megaphone. She raises the megaphone and screamed. Just got to point out that little error there, game. Aggravated assault. Man down! Officers in pursuit! What's the situation? Lieutenant hesitates, addressing the woman. Officer? Law enforcement compromised. She screams in the megaphone. Red and blue lights illuminate the spit flying everywhere. Impersonating a police officer! Wait, what if she's right and I actually am an imposter? And let's not talk about that. Let's go with the badge, okay? We really are cops. Look, my badge. Take out your badge and show it to her. License and registration. She repeatedly bashes the megaphone against her head and screams in the bloody mouthpiece. License and registration. Come in, dispatch. Sector. Azimuth. She's losing it. One twitch and there will be blood. Are you on drugs? Confiscated contraband. The megaphone makes her voice almost painfully metallic. Restricted access. 2 kilos missing. Eyewitness report compromised. I don't think she's on drugs, the lieutenant whispers. Being off drugs might actually be the problem here. Ah, okay. I have some drugs. I can supply her. I've got to go for it. Yes! Alright, here's how we do it. As soon as that gun isn't pointed at you again, you dash right, then immediately close the distance. Left hand grabs the barrel, right one breaks the wrist. No, that won't be necessary. Look closer. The gun, all 3 barrels, red and blue lights shining through. It's not loaded. Well, visual calculus says it's not loaded. Whisper, Kim, I'm almost certain there are no bullets in that gun. Huh? The lieutenant studies a swaying firearm. My God, I think you're right. Madam, the weapon you're holding is mine, and I know it has no bullets. What? The woman looks at the weapon in disbelief, her eyes suddenly reddish with tears. She looks straight down the barrel and squeezes the trigger. Well, this is where we find out, isn't it? Wait! A click. Nothing happens. She looks at the useless weapon. This isn't police issue. Police weapons have bullets. This isn't real. What is this? Oh, anything to turn that siren off, please. It's as if it heard me. Thank you very much. The gun lands on the wooden planks and tears run down her scratched cheeks. Police guns always have bullets. What is this? Why did you sell me this? Grab the gun. Right now, this might be your only chance. Pick up your gun. A Villiers 9mm pepper box pistol. That's my gun. A pepper box pistol. Not a Magnum 44. No one ever cares anymore. Her voice is growing fainter as she rocks back and forth slowly. Why would they cheat me like this? Great gears are grinding to a halt. The machine is powering down. She's all out of jolt. Confront the pigs and get your gun back. Passed. Poor woman. The lieutenant holsters his pistol. We need to figure out what to do with her now. Nobody's ever around, the old woman mumbles, staring blank at the boardwalk. Nobody ever comes to visit me. Is she really just old and, like, losing it? I'm very sorry this is how life turned out for you. Gently touch her shoulder. Her scratched skin is warm to the touch, but the person inside doesn't even know you're there. What do you think's wrong with her, Kim? She's in stupor, the lieutenant replies, inspecting the catatonic woman standing in the dark. I've seen this before. God knows for how long. Could be days when they get like this. But why was she like this in the first place? Honestly, I don't know. Dementia, probably. He lowers his voice. Dementia and Channel 8. Daytime telly, I told you. And loneliness. Nod. Neurodegenerative disease. Yeah, I mean, I want to say this is what happens when you listen to too many cop shows on the radio. But there's something not right. I don't think it's just dementia. I think this is like post-traumatic stress over some incident, I think. You're probably right. Loneliness. Looks like a bad case. He gives the woman a compassionate look. But the question is, what do we do with her right now? Should we just arrest her? I don't think there's any need for that. In her current state, and without the gun, she really isn't a threat to anyone. We could let Titus know. This is a perfect problem for the local peacekeepers to handle. They might even know her family. Yeah, Titus sounds like the man for the job. I was really hoping to give her one of those station call slips. Nothing looks particularly amusing out of this. And I've learnt my lesson about going down the amusing line of questioning. Let's get Titus on it. Hardy and the pigs. Then we can ask him once we get back to the whirling. But we have to hurry, because it's late, and they might have already gone home. That's very true. But I think we're done here for now. Let's head out. This is done. As you turn to leave, the faintest of voices comes from the woman. Please leave the radio on, she mutters. It seems like a reflex, a half-remembered sentence. This is so sad now. It's not turned out how I thought at all. None of the game has tonight. She stands motionless, just a heap of clothes and flashes now. Maybe if you search her once more? Oh, I should have saved there, I think. The woman stands slumped. She looks catatonic under a mountain of RCM paraphernalia. Is one of those things a police cap? This is what I'm thinking. I wonder if she's been like a police woman in the past and something terrible has happened. You know, post-traumatic stress. There were narcotics in there too. You're thinking of taking them? Do. No. No, don't. Confiscate them. Wink. Pick up the RCM cap. She doesn't even flinch as you reach out and disentangle the familiar-looking lieutenant's cap from a mountain of RCM paraphernalia. Oh, is that yours? Wait, is that my hat? It's mine? I think so. The lieutenant nods. Confiscate the narcotics. She doesn't need these. Okay. You take the phial of pyrrolidon and the bottle of speed, as evidence, obviously. Lieutenant coughs. You're taking those, are you? Listen to him for once. Okay, fine. You take them then. Thank you. He pockets the drugs. I'm doing this to help you. We need to focus on the case. Oh, this is a great time to point out. I know my character is an alcoholic and a drug user and everything else, and just a real mess of a human. And it's very tempting to play the game as that character and drink and take whatever substances I can find and see what sort of a mess he ends up as. But I see this is the way I see this and how I'm playing the character. I see this case as this guy's salvation. Like he came right to the end of his tether and he went on a drunken bender. He's determined to destroy his life because it's just gone down the shitter as far as he can tell. He drove his car into the canal. He's ready just to accept oblivion, it all be over. But this case, this is the thing that's going to convince him he is a good detective. He's good at what he does. And there is a point to continuing. And therefore, that's how I'm playing this. We're going to try and pull him round and get him back on the straight and narrow to some extent anyway. That's how I see it in this playthrough. I'd probably do it again very differently if I played again. Anyway, he's got the drugs. Shake her shoulder. The old woman doesn't react to her. Leave her be. So we got some drugs and some other stuff. Is there anything else we need to... We can't go up there. Okay, well, I guess we're done then. I mean, we can go on... It is late to go and talk to the Hardy boys. We've got the gun. I should probably equip that. I'm going to talk to a seal who is here and determine where the shot come from. I've got to check the boardwalk for bullet traces. This is the boardwalk, right? So how do I check it for bullet traces then? There's nothing I can see to look at. Is there something over here I can look at? Something I've missed, perhaps? I'm holding down the tab key. There's a bin over here. The body's gone. That's where the kebab wrapper and stuff was. Well, this is the boardwalk area. It says I was supposed to inspect it for bullet traces, but as far as I can tell, I can't. Tools. So I now have a gun. Equip this when times are most dire. It's interesting looking pistol, that thing. Okay, unless there's... I don't have a magnifying glass, do I? I do not. So, how am I supposed to inspect the boardwalk for bullet traces? I guess all will be revealed at a later date, eh? There's nothing on the outside to check over. I've been up and along here. Telephone. We played with a phone. I don't think there's anything to it. 2 phones. We're just right at the church, so let's nip in and ask Seal if she'll talk to us about her associates. I remember we have to do that. Need to do something behind Kitsaragi's back. Sneak out after he's gone to sleep. I can go and ask that woman for a date. Where's the Seal at? There she is. She's whistling a melody, a trusty contact mic attached to a wooden pulpit. At the sound of your footsteps, she stops what she was doing and turns to you. Why does that trill sound familiar?
Hey there. I've been recording some new audio from all these beams and rafters. The sounds travelling through the wood are pretty cool. Creaks and stuff. Like you're underwater, you know? But like underwater inside a tree.
Weird. And no, it's got nothing to do with contact mic. I wasn't going to... She cuts you off before you can finish the sentence. No, I actually wanted to thank you for getting me and my friends in here. And we even found some new associates, such as they are. How's everyone doing? Good, I think. Noidy's getting a read on the place. I think he finds the carpentry very impressive. Andre's been setting up the compressor and dancing. Egghead's keeping the party up. He's got the stage under control. Sooner, the programmer, she's doing whatever she does behind that radio computer of hers. She doesn't talk to us much, and the crabman hasn't shown himself, thank God. Now, can you tell me about your associates? We're in there. Sure, you helped us out. I can repay the favour. What do you want to know? Tell me about Sooner. She's a bit odd, I have to say. Doesn't talk much. I'm not really sure how to vibe with her, you know. Seems like she's not in a very good mood most of the time. But earlier today she told me about Welkins. A seal grimaces, as if it's the first time hearing the word. And she seemed oddly happy, like she had some idea with those little creatures. Some artistic idea. I didn't really listen. I was busy with my mic. What about Tiago? Oh, the crabman? She shudders. Still gives me the creeps, the way he moves. But he doesn't actually come down that much, just climbs around the rafters. I just try to stay away from the crabman, but he talks to Noid. They seem to have some thing going on. Oh, he talks to Noid? What for? Beats me. Noid said they get along somehow. They're both crazy enough, I guess. And what does he do up there? Who knows, she shrugs. He doesn't really answer our questions, see? Not that it's easy to ask them. What are we supposed to do? Yell up at the tower? Thanks. About the others. Tell me about Andre. Andre? He's a cool guy. Doesn't really come off as one, but he is. To me, at least. She rubs her sides, but not from cold. Her shoulders are relaxed. She must have taken a hit, or she's on an upswing. He takes care of shit. Sorry, I mean, he's got a vision of what life should be. You know. He tries to push things until everything falls into place. He's an organiser. And what has he organised? Nothing. But then again, there's nothing to organise around here either. He really wants this church thing to work. Must have taken it as a sign when he found it abandoned like that. Said it was an augury. I don't know where he got that from. She smiles. Andre's not super intelligent. Yeah, I've noticed. I've never seen him so psyched about anything, though. And he's often psyched. Looked sort of desperate, like it's his last chance or something. Or maybe he was just high. I mean, not that he does drugs, just high, you know? Yeah, on life. Yes, anyway. Is Andre your boyfriend? Yes, she nods. Okay, we know about that. And tell me about Noid. He's a Fabergé, I guess, like the rest of us. Okay, maybe not egg. I don't know. Or faux burger? Faux burger. I don't know. Maybe not egg. I don't know about him. But Noid and the rest are from Fauberg, making the pilgrimage up north to visit the Palaceum. He's real hardcore about the lifestyle. What's this pilgrimage? It's just something for poor Fauberg kids do every spring to pass the time. We walk the entire length of Boogie Street up to Jamrock, or as much as that's possible. Why wouldn't it be? I don't know, man. Have you been down Boogie Street? It's a little bewildering. Oh, sorry. Have I not told you I'm a raging alcoholic who recently drank himself into oblivion so deep he can't even remember what sounds like the biggest street in the city? No? Well, I am. Okay, then you should go and take a look, I guess. Boogie Street is cool. It's got a lot of immigrants and all kinds of different people. It's unlikely I'll make it there. Chest pains need to continue drinking, but thank you. They do say death is an avenue like any other. She fell silent for a second. I still think you'll make it to Boogie Street, though. And what does Noid do? What do you mean? Like, do for a living? No, I meant for breakfast. Of course, for a living. He's a carpenter, trained and all. He's very good. He just doesn't have the mindset to work like that in a shop somewhere. And what kind of mindset is that? He abides by the hardcore, sir. You would have to ask him yourself. And you? Sir, she gives you a switchblade smile. I abide by the law. A strange feeling. Every now and then, something feels off about the way she speaks. She doesn't change tone, but you feel as though there's more about her than she lets on. And what's the deal with Egghead? What do you mean? Well, what does he think he's doing when he yells all that stuff? Oh, that. He's a party boy. He told me as much, but what exactly is a party boy? I know Nordic music doesn't really do vocals in the traditional sense. Vocals are thought of as rock. Well, that's to say they're a bit backward. No offence if you like rock music, though. Rock music is cool by me. Don't you dare suggest rock music is backwards. I'll turn this game off right now. Pew, pew, swish. Your credentials as the resident futureman of Revachol are being questioned. Show her you're hip with the times, Gramps. God, I'm right. Rock music is the coolest. Rock music forever. You don't have to tell me rock is backward. I am the future man. I abandoned rock in the 30s. Stupid rock. No, God, I'm right. Rock music is the coolest. Rock music forever. Yes, she nods studiously. Forever. Anyway, even if you don't have vocals, you still need someone to say something every now and then, right? To urge things on. That's where the party boy comes in. He basically just stands on the stage and dances and yells how awesome everything is. It's very catchy. I understand. People are usually afraid to do things if others aren't already doing them. Dancing makes you dance like sneezing makes you sneeze, or yawning makes you... He looks around, a little embarrassed of the enthusiasm of his interjection. Anyway, we certainly saw that in practice, didn't we? Yes, I suppose we did. Tore that shit up, Kim. Tore it to pieces. Tell me more about Egg. Where's he from? Actually, we don't know where he's from, or who he is, really. One time we were out partying somewhere in Backwater Faubourg, or maybe in Coal City. I can't remember. Maybe it was Coal City. The worst of the banlieues, a wretched heap of closed-down mines even west of Jamrock, on the dusty slope of Montmartin. The remotest possible area of Revachol. No one even wants to exploit those people anymore. Egg was yelling along to some jams someone was spinning. All night long. Just kept yelling until he didn't have a shred of voice left. When the sun came up over the mines... There were mines? Yeah, it was in Coal City, she nods. Egg came with us. He made this wheezing puppy dog sound all the way back. Couldn't even speak. It was definitely Coal City, because it took us 2 days to walk back to the foe. He just wheezed the whole way. We never really asked him why he came with us, or who he was. I think his name is Germain. People are sweet, she says quietly. You can see it must have been a great night. The memory causes her to go silent for a moment or two. You wish you'd been there. And tell me about the others. Actually, do tell me about yourself. Me, again? Yes, I forgot. Tell me about yourself. I told you I'm a silver bird. There's that phrase again. It really reminds you of something. What does that mean? It means I don't answer questions about myself. There's more to you than you let on. What am I not seeing? All right, she picks up the tape recorder and looks you in the eye. There is. But I'm a police officer. You have to answer me. Is there a law that would stop me from lying, though? That would depend on the circumstances. The lieutenant taps his foot. Oh, fair enough. Thank you. Some other time, maybe. Catch the silver bird. Ka-ching! Oh, God, failed. No, well, we come back when my reaction speed is put in, which we're going to do right now. I have 2 points. Reaction speed should be under here. It's not bad. Let's level it up one. And let's try again. This time. Catch the silver bird. Damage morale. Do we go again? Do we do like the gambler that can't stop? Logic is bad. I think I should probably level up some other stuff. Logic isn't good, is it? I mean, reaction speed is 7. That's a good score. I'm not putting more points into that. I am going to put some points into... Let's think of something that could do with a boost. I mean, visual calculus is quite... I can go quite high on that. Logic is low, though, and I have so many things that penalise it. I'm going to go with encyclopedia. Because I get the bonus 10 XP every time my encyclopedia goes bing. And I think it's worthwhile doing. Okay, that's it for now. We shall come back at some other time. Is it worth talking to these guys now? Has anything opened up?
Yo, man, what's on your mind?
What did Tiago tell you about the church? The crabman's been lurking here for a while. He's experienced things that give off bad signs. As far as we can tell, the Ubis built this place about 380 years ago as a sarcophagus. Do you mean there are dead bodies here? Not like a literal sarcophagus, I'm just being metaphorical. What's it for? Encasement? Confinement? Or something they're afraid of? Something new and unheard of on the Isola? He looks up into the darkness beyond the beams. I think that's what the crabman is experiencing when he climbs around upstairs. Like, this is some old world shit that the Ubis had heard about and thought the best way to deal with it was to build a church surrounding it to contain it. Huh, I don't get it. Contain what exactly? I don't know. It's not something they properly understood either. What it does. But it's what this sooner person is looking for and trying to measure. He nods towards the woman. It'll be fruitless, though. She won't be able to measure it. People like that always want to measure everything. All those things they really can't. The wood creaks as a gale blows by outside. Dust particles fall through the darkness, settling down on the age-bleached floorboards. The structure does not feel particularly durable. What makes you think Sooner's going to fail? Seems to be the trend around here, doesn't it? You can't measure shit like this. It's not like with substance. And this building seems less than structurally sound. No, it's pretty unsound, if you ask me. They should have built a club for anodic music around it instead. He grins. Anodic music will definitely contain whatever we're dealing with. His words echo in the chamber. And if it can't, well, he shrugs non-committally. I found a doomed commercial area in Martinez proper. Maybe it's the same thing the Ubis were trying to contain. The young man rubs his chin in silence and mumbles, like a concentric ring spreading out the struggling villages. And that's what's caused the communards to fail in defending the beachhead. Yeah, a lot of failure has gone down around here. Do you think there's any merit to the theory? He shrugs. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. It's not a thing we can answer, copman. Even I have limits. I'm a limited side person. Well, if it's without substance, I guess there's nothing to worry about. Maybe you can figure things out, copman. I think we got on a good level here. The signs are syncing up well. And what's with the clothes? They're hardcore, he shrugs. You look like a woman with those earrings. Go for it. You know what I think? I think man, woman and child are arbitrary divisions which serve to bind humanity to serfdom. Okay then. It's just a style, you know. I wanted to talk some more about this place. Dead body, spirit ended. What is it to talk of? You say that you're as a carpenter yourself? He shakes his head. I don't say much anything as a carpenter anymore. They tried to make me into a reckoner and a leveller. Made me a bit manic, you know. I regret the time I dedicated to that profession and that worker collective. I say things more as a member of the hardcore side-dance community these days. Understood. I could have asked the other thing. I don't know. Right, what do you mean by dead bodies are something we should ask about as a policeman? Dead bodies of perennial plants. He taps on the wood. Sigma functions have left this place. It's a good thing we came along. Spiritual collapse has been total. Spiritual collapse. I saw some piglets suckling their dead mother. Have you heard this one, Copman? Continues without waiting for an answer. After a short while, they shuddered and went away. They had sensed that she could no longer see them and that she wasn't like them anymore. What they loved in their mother wasn't her body, but whatever it was that made her body live. Okay, that's an interesting philosophy there. End of quote. This is a high-quality carcass. He kicks the floorboard. The power of a Nordic beats and hard bass is needed to reanimate it. First, where is that quote from? A Therese man who lived a long time ago, an ancient hardcore brother. And what you're saying is you're not a big fan of the Innocentic system? What you're saying is religion has stopped being hardcore? It never was. A 3,000-year-old regime of history built by hundreds of generations of self-appointed intellectuals. He looks around. It's false to the core. But you guys said that the Ecclesiastes were all about love and hardcore before, remember? I only said unity, one word. Figures of authority always misquote you. He points to his friends. Andre doesn't care about the Ecclesiastes. He just wants the operation to run smoothly, and Egg is a demi-beast. You shouldn't listen to what people say. You should listen to what they are. Well, that's true, okay. I even agreed with you about the Ecclesiastes being okay with this. But were you wrong? The founding party is okay with everything. Look around. He spreads his arms. They do not have enough love for the human crew to oppose anything anymore. We're on our own. And you propose dance music will supplant this system? A Nordic dance music, he nods. Regular dance music wasn't hard enough. And yes, I do. You know what this kind of stuff goes well with? Don't you have to be on drugs for that, though? Only a little. Not cool. All large human gatherings are narcotic. Ask any such undertaking in history. This included. He nods towards a human-shaped pillar nearby. Chemistry is true to its words. The lieutenant interjects. There is a difference between narcotics and group elation. One kills you, the other does not. The supercharged humanism that the Innocentic system has been feeding us on giant city squares, that's not a drug? The sugar and wheat that feeds us is healthy? The Kim, forget it. He waves his hand. It would become an imbecilic discussion. You two continue. It's more hardcore that way. I'm just going. I've just had enough. That feels just like a philosophy sort of chat, and I'm not interested in the slightest. I don't know whether it's going to lead to some important discussion, but I'm just leaving now.